afternoon. My name is Herman Berliner. I have the privilege of serving as Hofstra University's Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Hofstra University Latin Honors Recognition Convocation. Let me start with some special introductions, beginning with the chairperson of our Board of Trustees, Janice Meyer, class of '81. And now the deans of Hofstra University, and I ask that you hold your applause until I've introduced all of them. Simon Benavides, the Dean of the School of Engineering and Applied Science. Ronald Bloom, the Acting Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Human Services. Evan Cornog, the Dean of the Lawrence Herbert School of Communication. Bernard J. Firestone, the Dean of the Hofstra College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and the Interim Dean, Library and Information Services. Sean Finelli, the Dean of the School of Education. Warren Vizina, the Dean of Hofstra University Honors College. Patrick Sochi, the Dean of the Frank Gizard School of Business. Diane Herbert, the Senior Vice Dean of the School for University Studies. And Leora E. Schmelkin, the Senior Vice Provost and the Dean of Graduate Studies. And the one person now on our campus who needs absolutely no introduction, the President of Hofstra University, President Stuart Rabinowitz.
Make that Stuart Rabinowitz magna cum laude. I never made summa cum laude, and I'm so bitter about this. In any event, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, but most importantly, our incredible graduates. I know they're incredibly proud parents, family, and friends. I also welcome you to this year's honors recognition ceremony. We are here for a very simple reason. We are here to honor and to recognize and to pay tribute to your academic excellence. Sometimes universities lose track of their mission. We try never to do so. Our most important mission is to provide a world-class education to future generations of leaders and citizens. And there is only really one true measure of success as to whether we achieve our mission. And it's not printed in a magazine, and it has nothing to do with ratings. The only true measure of success is to be found in the accomplishments and the achievements of this university's graduates. In short, a university is only as good as its students and alumni. And each and every one of you, each and every single one of our honors graduates has demonstrated the kind of extraordinary talent, the intellectual curiosity, and the perseverance that makes all of us confident in our graduates and in their futures, and in a very real sense in Hofstra University. Surely you will take many different paths to success when you leave here. But whether you go on to graduate school or the workplace, whether you become a business leader or a lawyer or a doctor or a journalist, a playwright, a teacher, anything you can think of, even a university president. But before you do that, talk to me. But no matter what course you choose for your own journey through life, we know that you will pursue it with the same level of dedication and commitment to achieving your goals that you have already demonstrated during your years at Hofstra University. As Nobel laureate Pearl Buck once said, the secret of joy in work is contained in one word: excellence. To know how to do something well is to enjoy it. You, our honors graduates, have already learned that secret. You will achieve great things, and we, your alma mater, will take tremendous pride in your successes. And that is simply why we have this honors recognition ceremony, to especially applaud your very, very special achievements. Now, when I first became president, I thought having an honors ceremony would also provide another benefit, and that is it would give me another opportunity to make a speech on graduation day. Now, if you notice, some of you have gone through this already in the morning ceremony, some of you will do it again. I don't really give a speech at graduation ceremonies. I make remarks. That's what it's called. But I thought, you know, the real reason I became president of the university was that I could deliver a real speech. That I could, in fact, I have an oration in me that hasn't gotten out yet. And I thought, what better audience than the best and the brightest and their families to do that. And so I was walking in the first convocation as president. I was about to do that when one of the honor students came over to me and said, President Rabinowitz, you know, I hope you won't take this the wrong way, but I just want you to know, if I hear you speak one more word this afternoon, I am never giving to the alumni fund as an Thus, I conclude my remarks at this ceremony with a very simple message. You and your family and your friends should be so proud of what you have done. Your alma mater is incredibly proud of you. You have worked hard, you have learned well, and you have already begun to make your mark on the world. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce Regina Carmichael. Ms. Carmichael is our first ever Latin Honors Student Commencement Speaker. She's an Honors College student who's graduating with distinction, earning a Bachelor of Arts degree in English with minors in political science and radio, television, and film. She has a passion for film and an interest in writing, research, and public service. During her time at Hofstra, Ms. Carmichael has been on the Dean's List every semester and was also on the Provost List in spring of 2012. She was invited to be the Presidential Fellow for the Center of the Study of the Presidency and Congress and represented Hofstra at the Center's Fall and Spring Leadership Conference. Finally, Ms. Carmichael was inducted into several academic honor societies. Phi Eta Sigma, the National Freshman Honor Society, Sigma Tau Delta, the International English Honor Society, Pi Sigma Alpha, the National Political Science Honor Society, and most recently, Phi Beta Kappa, the oldest and most prestigious National Honor Society. It is an enormous pleasure for me to introduce Ms. Regina Carmichael.
Thank you, Dr. Berliner, for that amazing introduction. I appreciate it. Before I begin, I'd like to thank Dr. Berliner, the Provost Office, and the Hofstra administration for selecting me to speak at this ceremony. This really is such an honor. And also, before I begin, these one-size-fits-all caps are not really one-size-fits-all, so I'm going to just take this off. I'd like to start by congratulating all of the 2014 graduates. I'm sure you'll all join me in thanking the faculty, administration, and our friends and families for all of their support over the past 4 years. If only they knew what we all know we did to get here. All the sleepless nights trying to perfect the art of paper cramming, organizing group study sessions that really just led to Facebook stalking your latest crush or saying screw it and ordering pizza, and those chemistry experiments of coffee mocha Red Bull lattes we put our bodies through. Well, they finally paid off. Cum laude. Wow. Hold this achievement close to your hearts, as they're still palpitating from all that caffeine. It'll be okay, I swear. This achievement belongs to each of you. We all have something to be very proud of. Okay, great, so now what? Some of you may be getting ready to go into your dream graduate school or start working that perfect job you've always wanted. But let's face it, most of us, even the ones with jobs and schools lined up, are all still smiling and shaking at the same time. We're so nervous for what's ahead. The uncertain economy, uncertain life choices, uncertain with what's going to happen with Miley Cyrus next. Try not to worry though. We're all in the same boat. But it's a nice boat. One with a pool and an epic water slide. But seriously, we're all sitting in this room right now because of our thoroughly impressive academic success. And it's more than just grades on a paper or a name on a diploma. It's character. Our accomplishments, and more importantly, our failures, and recovery from those failures, helped build that character and will continue to guide us through the success of our professional and personal lives. As I'm sure many of you can relate, 4 years ago, I came to Hofstra not knowing anyone, unsure of who I was, what I wanted, or how to cook anything other than Velveeta macaroni and cheese. I didn't know how to speak to adults, how to motivate myself to study, or even just meet new people. But I had to learn. We all did. If my freshman self could see me now, she would probably say, "Rich, are you out of your mind? Volunteering to give a speech like that? What if you trip? What if you choke?" But if I could talk back to her, I'd tell her, "Put the mozzarella sticks down." Seriously, that freshman 25 was not easy to put off on. So we're even. What would your freshman selves think about where you are right now? Would they be shocked? Would they be impressed? Or would they still be locked out of their rooms waiting for public safety to let them back in? I think they'd be impressed. Latin honors means you were dedicated, you were focused, and you delivered. You are impressive. I knew from the start I wanted to study. I never changed my major, without good reason. Actually, I drove my parents crazy picking new majors and minors each year, and always having a new grand scheme career path. But it was because each new class I took, all the textbooks I read, most of, and new professors that inspired me. Yeah, you know what? I blame the faculty for being so damn good. But it was also the friends and colleagues I made, internships and jobs I worked, and experiences I had during my time at Hofstra that opened up new doors for me and illuminated exciting opportunities. I had to go with what life threw at me. But through all of my various different academic and professional tracks, I kept 3 key principles in mind. By no means do I have it all figured out, but I hope that these principles can be useful to you in some way, as they have been and will continue to be for me. Number 1, it all starts with passion. If I'm not doing something that makes me happy, I'm not going to excel at it. Simple as that. And if you don't know what you're passionate about, explore the things you're good at, the things you don't know, and most importantly, what you're afraid of. To be honest, I barely graduated high school. Mostly because for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to take AP statistics for my final math credit at 7:30 every morning. But nonetheless, I barely passed. I didn't do well because I was taking generic classes I wasn't passionate about. But when I came to college, I took it upon myself to pick and choose things I was passionate about, and everything suddenly became easier. Passion is never practical or popular. Just keep looking, and don't ever settle for good enough. And once you find it, don't stop. Don't let anything or anyone get in your way. Love it. Own it. Number 2, excellence. Once you find your passion, do it well. Even the work you love is going to have some elements of grunt work that you probably won't enjoy as much. But make sure anything with your name on it is the best work that you can do. Because sooner or later, someone important is going to notice, and you want that person to see what you're really capable of. I don't just mean do your best work for your boss, gunning for that promotion. I mean be the best you that you can be. The best coworker, the best child, the best sibling, the best friend. My grandpa always told me, be careful on your way up, because you never know who you may meet on your way down. And it's true. Everyone you meet will affect your life in some way. So make your mark. But take note of all the people who touch your life as you do. Number 3. The last and probably most important principle to take with you is challenge. Never ignore your weaknesses or let them control you. We all have fears and weaknesses. Take charge and tackle them. No, you're not going to be good at everything. I can practice algebra every single day for the rest of my life, and I will never be a math whiz. But if algebra was in the way of my passion and excellence, I'd battle quadratic equations and parabolas every day until I understood them. We can't let anything cripple us on our paths to success. Ask questions, take risks, make mistakes, fall down. Learn your lessons, then get back up and seek out the next challenge. You'll be ready for it. Look back at your college experience and ask yourself these questions. Who and what were most important to you? That is your passion. What accomplishments are you most proud of? That is your excellence. How did you fight to achieve those accomplishments? That is your challenge. What do you wish you did that you didn't do? Those are your lessons. Reflect on your lessons and choose new challenges to move forward and beyond. One of my favorite songs, Lee Ann Womack's I Hope You Dance, really hits home today for our transition into the future. Please close your eyes and let her words sink in. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance. Now open your eyes. Today, we close the Hofstra chapter of our lives and open new ones. You can reminisce, read over, and reflect on your Hofstra chapter anytime you need to. But after you leave this room today, you can never relive it. These may have been some of our best years so far, but the best of our lives are yet to come. While there is sadness in goodbye, there is excitement in tomorrow. Passion, excellence, challenge. Hofstra Latin Honors Class of 2014, I hope you dance.
That was a wonderful, wonderful speech. That advice is as good as any I've ever heard or read about at graduation. And they will be incorporated into